Ta-da again. Hi, Anne. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you.
So, and you're
really, well, I'm saying really excited. I do feel I have to say this because the chances of me saying this are so slim. We've had a heat wave in Yorkshire this week.
Yeah. Tell them how hot it got.
Well, we have a little temperature sensor that's linked to a weather station in the house because I like to know. And so I put it on the front doorstep just out here, which is full sun. Yeah. And we got up to 33 degrees on Friday and Saturday.
So, guys, you know that in the very high 80s Fahrenheit, you guys in the States.
I know 28's 82, isn't it? Yeah. So high 80, yeah. I don't know.
90 degrees, yeah. So it's hot, and England's not used to that. You know, Elaine, being in France, you guys in Europe do not have this fabulous AC that we do in over where we are, big units and central air conditioning, and we push a button and right. You guys, unless you put in those ones, because I've been in Italy where they're long and they put them in the wall and they work as heat and air. They work quite well. But yeah, if you don't have it, it is hot. But the times that you really would need that, if you look back in history in the past, was very rare. But climate is changing, and the heat is getting worse for areas that normally would not be getting it. Now, I heard something interesting today with France, and Helen, you can correct me on this, but I watched these two guys that live in they live outside of Monte Carlo and the Nice area in a little town. And they were traveling saying that over there, they were saying that our fires here in Canada have gone up so high into the atmosphere, it started to create a smog even in France. So we've had it here because we're in Canada, right? Depending on the wind. And I went, oh my gosh. I said to Andre, it took it all the way to France, those fires that are like thousands of miles away from us. We got it. So, you know, you can let me know, Elena, if you feel that they've been talking about that over there on your news. But anyway.
Real Country Woman said it was 99 yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, do you know, by that hot, I've lost my sense of humor. My sense of humor wavers at about 82.
Places like Florida and Texas, you know, it's very hot in those areas too, but that's expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I remember one time a friend of mine lives in Texas, and they had a sprinkling in the winter of snow. Oh my God, she went out and made a snow angel. She's in her 60s, and she was so excited. And they love it because it's so dry and it's so hot in Texas. It's unbelievable. At least Florida, you get rain, right? But it's very humid. So yeah, it's 99 yesterday. Oh my God. Well, we're supposed to get some pretty hot weather here too, and Vegas is 104, 106, 110 Las Vegas. Yeah, but they're desert. And so they say, well, you know, it's dry heat. I don't care. It's still 100 degrees. That's hot.
You could cook something with.
Well, they've showed people in Las Vegas fry an egg on the concrete outside. Yeah, it's slow. It doesn't fry fast, but it starts to fry. And so, yeah, it is bizarre. Our climate is definitely changing. Our world is changing. It's getting to be ridiculous here. And but
did you say it was 47? I'm going to do a little calculation after.
That is heat index. The temperature here is 29, but the heat index on Wednesday, when it goes to 34, they say it could make a heat index of 47. So they've got heat warnings out. And so what they're doing is they're saying, okay, we're opening up this library, we're opening up this building, we're opening up this for people to come in. If you don't have air conditioning, come in and cool down. You're welcome to stay here, or coffee shops, shopping malls.
You know how lovely is that?
Yeah, the people, because it's dangerous, right? And even the homeless, the people that are homeless, and the world's full of them, they're welcome to come in because they're going to die. You know, they do the same in the winter here when we get some really, really minus temperatures, and the homeless are out there sleeping on the grates in the streets of Toronto in a sleeping bag to get warm. They open up places for them. Come in. You got to warm up. You can't. We don't want you down in the streets, right? So yeah, it's It's really bad around the world, isn't it? So we're going to acknowledge people because Tammy Bambi was here first. And we've got Mr. Maurice, Real Country Woman, Elaine, Sean G, and Barbie's just come in. So let's see what we've got here.
Excuse me.
So Anne is going to be leaving again 10 minutes before 3 because her mother is this celebrity. She's doing her 3rd series, a documentary they're doing on her over in England. And I can't wait, guys, till we can find out what the link is so we can actually watch it. But
it's not just her. I mean, it's the whole town.
Yeah, it's the whole town, but she's part of it. So
yeah,
so she wants to watch it on TV and not miss it, right? So can you not PVR or tape things?
I could, but it's nice to watch it live.
Yeah.
And some of the family could be calling in as well, so we can all watch it together.
Yeah, you can watch it together. So that's fun, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. Our first one here, Mr. Maurice is a member, and Tammy is our monitor, and she's also a member on my channel. And so we've got Mr. Maurice right now coming in.
Yeah.
So we will put him down. All right. Thank you, Mr. Maurice. So his job and his his present thing with his work. And he's supposed to work. That's what he does. But anyway. Okay. I hear you. I know. What do you want? What do you want? You got food. You go eat your food.
So, Mr. Maurice, thank you for coming into the room. An absolute pleasure to read for you. So we're starting off with you with the 2 of coins. Now, this is all about balance, financial balance, work-life balance, how much time do you give away, how much time do you take for yourself? So this is asking you to bring things into balance. It also suggests that you might have more than one option placed in front of you to choose from. Your next card is the Strength card. So this is about you stepping up and speaking up. And it's absolutely okay to say no thank you to something. It's absolutely okay to say, well, this will suit me better. I'd rather do this. Very much in negotiations. This is you being able to be assertive but kind at the same time. So I do feel like there could be some sort of discussion, some sort of choice for you. The 3 of Wands is about looking to the long term, you dreaming big and dreaming even bigger. So looking to the long term and then starting some action steps to get you there. Now, this is the 3 of Wands. So this is all about taking action. It's very energetic. It's very enthusiastic. So this card says, look to the future. Look to the long term. Then we've got the Unity card, card number 5. And this is all about negotiation. So I do feel that there could be meetings involved, discussions, talking things over with other people, everybody bringing their expertise to the table and working out a plan to suit everybody. And your final card, 5 of Pencils, 5 of Swords. This is about you learning from experience. So you already know what aspects of the job you enjoy, what aspects of the job you don't quite enjoy so much. And it's you leaving behind what you don't need, learning from that experience and moving forward with new ideas and new plans. So the question was, reading on your current job and finances. Balance is key. I do think that you might be in discussion about things slightly changing, different offers coming in, which you need to talk over and be absolutely certain that you're clear on what's on offer. Look to the long term. When you've got offers on the table, look long term. How is this going to pan out? And what do you need to do now to start the ball rolling? So don't just leave it out there thinking, oh, I'll do that later. I'll think about. No, you need to be starting to do something now. So the strength card is about you stepping up and speaking up, and then learning, deciding what has worked well in the past, and moving forward in possibly a new direction. Doesn't necessarily mean a new job, but new ideas, new plans, and new ways forward. So I do feel there could be something like a slight restructuring or reallocating of hours or something like that. And you need to be talking that over and making sure that there's plenty of balance, good balance, financially and time-wise for yourself. So, Mr. Maurice, I hope that resonates with you, and thank you.
Thank you, Anne. Well, Mr. Maurice, you've got some amazing cards here with me, and I wanted to switch the good ones to the end and the others to the beginning. And Spirit said, no, you go with where they came out on the table. The first one is the 10 of Cups, happy ever after, peace and harmony within the family unit, the circle, your soul pot. It can also be peace and harmony with you in your soul pot at work. But this usually has to do with families. The storms are going to part. You're going to see the sunshine again. And this is bringing you a lot more clarity. And it's also the card of marriage, but it can be the marriage of business, partnering up, maybe a new in business as well as in your personal life. Now, I don't see marriage coming in for you, but this is something that's long term, and you're going to be satisfied and happy for quite a while. You have a reason to celebrate next. Told you these cards were beautiful. 4 of Wands, celebrating something, stepping up to the plate and dealing and being with community and people around you. Happy times, family members, or people that you hang out with, people that you care for. This could be the card of coming home. Feeling somebody could be moving back to the fold. You might be returning to the fold yourself, but you're getting back to basics now. You're getting back to your roots now. You're feeling welcome within a community. Okay. So things are going to work out for you. The Chariot, great accomplishments. Planning your moves brings success. And, I always say he goes into that arena knowing that there's risks and consequences, but he prepares himself and he set his mindset to win and come out ahead of the game. And he does. You could also be planning a little bit of a short road trip somewhere, Mr. Maurice. Now, you've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about you trusting your intuition, your gut feelings, doing your research to move ahead, finding out anything in the background you need to do. I know. So I would be doing research and digging deep. Do your homework, because she does. And that's why she's able to sit there with that, the book of knowledge or the Akashic records on her lap, because she didn't just jump into something. She researched it to know what she was getting into. And by doing that, you end up with the Emperor sitting in the seat of power, being logical, organized, planning and plotting your moves here for your job. Now, I do think your current job is very secure. I think you're in a good position there as far as community and getting along with people. I think it's a good place to be. You may be feeling you want more money, and would a different job or a different position, a different job title bring you that? Right now, I think you're sitting where you need to be sitting, okay? You're doing okay there. Everything's fine. You've got job security. You're going to get a pension with this job eventually. So unless there's anything that upsets the apple cart at work that, you really feel you're not happy with, I think you're secure there right now, okay? Thank you, Mr. Maurice, very much. Hi, Addie Gaddy. Okay, Helen, you've got a super chat here. Thank you very much. And we've got Addie Gaddy. Nice to see you, Addie Gaddy. Always a pleasure. Oh, excuse me. I didn't get a chance to hit my mute button when that sneeze came on. You're welcome, Mr. Maurice. Me realizing beautiful, but just for visiting, for diverse reasons and interests, working with medicinal herbs as one. I turn my gaze towards Latin American countries. What's your take on it? Okay. She wants to get out of Europe, maybe. Yeah. Sorry, guys, but when it's hot and humid like this and windy, so windy out there, it broke off one of my tomato plants that had all kinds of
Oh.
on. I was so upset. I thought, oh no. Anyway, that's okay. Wanda.
Okay, so Helene, thank you for coming into the room. So, turning your gaze towards Latin America, my goodness. So, your first card, Knight of Wands. The Knights are fast-moving energy. All the Knights in my deck have a motorbike, and the Knight of Wands has the fastest one. Coming charging in, saying, think it through and act with care. Now, this Knight of Wands is really fast, but also very, very impulsive. That's something that can happen. So this Knight of Wands comes in and says, before you do anything, just slow it right down. Think it all through. Now, you do have the victory card next in your help or hurdle part of the reading. So that's literally what it says. Victory, success, happiness, and joy. What do you need to focus on? We've got the Two of Wands. Again, we've got this Wands energy. Action orientated, enthusiastic. The Two of Wands is you moving forward alongside somebody else. And when you both work together, that's where the success can be found. So it's positive partnerships. It's moving on from the Ace of Wands, which is jumping at the chance to start something new. Now you're starting to make you move forward. How can you help yourself? Page of Coins. Now the coin suits are very much to do with work, career, study, finances, home life. And the pages all bring a message. And this little page says, do your homework, do your research, find out for yourself. There's information that you need to find out. And this little page, look, she's reading a book. She's got lots of homework to do. So this is really, before you make any decision, before you decide, loads of homework, loads of research. Guidance from Spirit, the reflection card. Think about it. It looks like this little angel that there's nothing much going on in this card, but actually she's having a cup of tea and a slice of cake, and she's looking at this little signpost that says climb to new heights. So she's assessing. She's not rushing anywhere. She's eating cake and drinking tea, but she's realizing how far she's come, how well she's doing, and thinking where to next. But it's a time of pause, of assessment, thinking it through, analysing to some degree, but really thinking it through, this thinking through energy coming again. Your final outcome card, the Ten of Wands, is about the end of something, the end of a difficult time, a stressful time, a frustrating time. And this card says, just put your feet up, have a rest, gather your energies before you go on to the next thing. And here she is, look, she's having a cup of tea again. She's reading a little book called Rest and Relax. So again, we haven't got this energy of moving forward, making decisions, We've got the energy of thinking it through. It could be successful, but it could involve somebody else as well. But there is a lot of reflection and a lot of research to do first. So this is my take on this. So when we finished off with that card, the Ten of Wands, it's like finishing a book and not reading the last page. So I turned over another card, which was the Moon card. This suggests that trust your intuition, first of all. That's there to help you. That will guide you. But this says there could be new information coming to light that you really need to know. And that goes very well with this Page of Coins. I do feel that there's some information, some facts, some whole part of this that you don't know yet. And so my take on this would be, until you know absolutely clearly all the information that you need, just wait. think it through, act with care, reflect on it, the pros, the cons. I do feel it could involve working alongside somebody else if you do move forward with it. But I do feel that there is something that you don't know yet that you need to find out. And that bit of information could be the very catalyst and the clarity that you need to make a decision to go for it or remain where you are. So homework, lots of it, lots of research, Helene. You have 4 weeks holiday. Ah, right, okay. So to do some traveling and to take a notebook. Do your homework. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, Helene. I hope it resonates. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. So you're okay. So you're not wanting to really stay there anymore in France, and it's a great place to go for a holiday. So you're thinking about you're thinking about the Latin American countries that you may want to move to and work out of. So yeah, that could be a great possibility. I think if things have been slow, you're going to find that the momentum's going to pick up and you're going to get a lot busier, Helen. This is fast moving action. Okay. Things are going to go faster for you. You're going to take action and go towards your goals, or something's going to pick up that you're going to want to jump on right away and be busy. This is about progress. This is about movement going forward. It's also the card of the Wands of Cupid, or you could be planning a flight somewhere. I know you said you're going to take 4 weeks. Maybe you're planning on flying somewhere. You've got the Two of Pentacles, work balance, making a decision and a choice. You could be trying to balance your money. You could be, you're going to have to be more adaptable, more flexible. But there could be 2 choices, decisions, options, and offers on your plate that may require you to pay attention to that, be mindful of that, and also don't make light of it. You'll know what to choose. Okay. Something's coming in and it might show up just like that because you've got you've got that 8 of Wands. So next you've got the Justice card, and this is usually karmic justice. Something's going to work out in your favor. If you've had any kind of problems with anybody or situation that somebody's caused problems with you, know that it's going to work out in your favor. This is the, life lessons that you learn and, cause and effect, right? So something's going to work out in your favor for sure. I think you're going to be finding that victory is yours. As much as it's been so difficult for you, moving to France from the UK and all of that, I think that, it was a stepping stone to make you go somewhere else where you're going to be happier. This is a card of success and victory, getting noticed. People, you're a head turner anyway. You're beautiful, but getting noticed for your gifts that you have. And I know you're so into medicinal herbs and you're into natural things like that, which is beautiful. And that's what our world needs. More and more people are switching to that type of modality for healing and, being aware of what they put on their face, their skin, they ingest and things like that. I think you're onto something there. Enjoy your holiday because you're probably going to be celebrating and having a great time with other people. You could be meeting people. You could be going to visit somebody, friends or something, but this is party time. This is celebrations. This is gatherings. This is having a lot of really good fun. So I think you deserve to take those 4 weeks, go do something with people, socialize, get out there, Helen. I think, because by doing that, you also open yourself up to marketing yourself in sort of a very, how can I put it, a modest way, because sometimes when we meet people, they're stepping stones to contacts that we could be in touch with, just in conversation. People have received jobs by getting out there and someone says, hey, I got a friend who's got a business, or I heard about this at this company or whatever. But sitting there all the time, you're not exposing yourself and getting out there. So you need to do that, and I know you're doing your research about these beautiful Latin American countries too. I love Mexico. Been many times. I love it there. It's easy to go to Mexico, I think, and open a business there than, maybe Spain. I don't know, but you're closer to Spain. So you might be considering moving to Spain. So, I would look into that. So as it sits here, I think the energy around you is going to pick up. There's going to be a couple choices and decisions you have to make. You're in the right position to make a judgment call and move on in the direction you want to go, which is going to bring you victory and, celebrate your holiday. Enjoy it. Okay. So enjoy it. All righty. We've got Addy Gaddy. I got the job offer with Summit. Will my background check be successful and the job will I be successful?
Right. Excellent.
Yeah, because last week you had either just done the interview or you were thinking about the interview, right, Addy Gaddy? So we had seen it as very positive in the reading. So congratulations. Your background check. All right. You got the offer. All right. All right. So let's see what we got here for you. Hi, Lucky Sprite. Just saw you now. Nice to see you again. Thank you for coming in.
So, Atigati, will your background check be successful and the job be successful? Your first card with me, 6 of Swords, 6 of Pencils. This is you moving on and feeling good. It's absolutely lovely. This is a breath of fresh air card, something that sometimes this card comes along if things have felt a little bit delayed or a little bit stuck. Not anymore. This is you moving on and feeling good. The 6 of Coins next brings in new opportunities. It's the pennies from heaven card. She thought it was raining, but look, these are little coins. So this is very much connected to work, career, finances. So these are new opportunities coming in for you. So this is looking absolutely lovely. What do you need to focus on? Stepping up and speaking up. This is the Strength card. This says, know that you've got this. There isn't any room for self-doubt when this card shows up. It's also the card that says you can actually say, no, thank you, or this will suit me better. I would rather do this. It's you stepping up and speaking up with assertiveness, but kindness as well, because that will get you so much further, so much faster. How can you help yourself? 2 of Teacups. This is about discussions, conversations. We were talking about you stepping up and speaking up here with this card. So talking things over, speaking as well as listening, and making sure that you have an absolutely crystal clear understanding of the other person. So that's really important. Guidance from Spirit, the Dreamer. The first card in the whole deck. Here you are, opening those new doors of opportunity. A little bit like the 6 of Pencils, but louder. And we'll notice that both angels on these 2 cards have their backs to us because they're walking towards something new. So this is you opening a new door, opportunity showing up, and you taking that leap of faith to try something new. It also just reminds you, it might be out of your comfort zone a little bit, but that's okay as well. So you really stepping forward, making the most of these opportunities coming. And I do see it as being successful because you've got the King of Coins. The kings are authority figures, the court cards in the deck. And this king is successful, known as the Midas Touch King, because everything they do is successful, and it's the coin suit. So very much connected to work life, financial life, and career. So will I be successful? Yes, I do feel you will. And I do feel you moving forward, trying something new, and say what you need to say in the nicest way, and make sure that when you're talking things over, especially when you're getting the final little pieces of the puzzle all together and signing things, make sure that you have talked it over and you clearly know, and they know, when you're discussing things, you understand each other. So I wish you well with that. Keep us posted.
Thank you, Anne. Beautiful. Addy Gaddy, you've got the Queen of Swords. You know, you're not going to stand by. You're going to cut through the red tape, find out the information that you need to know to move on. I think it's clear and cut and concise that I think your background check will be fine. I think they weeded out who they don't want, and they've offered you the job. So I think you'll do quite well with that. They know that you're a strong person and that they can trust you with this job. The Queen of Wands is you standing in your power of of confidence. She's the most confident queen out there. She doesn't allow, once you make your mind up to go after your goal, you succeed at it because you don't give up. You're consistent and you're determined. And that's the way she is. And you need to keep up that energy to do this. I think that, you know, you've got a good business sense. You've got, this job is going to be a good choice that you've made. Now your challenge is standing up for yourself. And for the last while, you've possibly had to defend your corner and feel as though you've had to defend your integrity and who you are. And you've done that. So you're moving forward, standing your ground always. The moon says you've done your research. Okay. You have that ability to trust your instincts as well as find out what's going on in the background, doing your delving deep. Researching what you need to know. And I think you've done that. Don't get up in your head and start worrying if you don't hear back from them ASAP. The death card is the end of one cycle, maybe the last job, and the beginning of this new one. I think you're going forward with this job and you're finding this will be a new phase in your life. So look at your future with promise and vision. And you had an extra card come out, and it was, believe it or not, the star. And the star is that card all about you standing in your own limelight. You're the headliner on your own stage. You're going to find that you are now going to be able to dream big. And I think this is one of your dreams that you've been wanting. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Addie Gaddy, for always coming in to our room. Okay. All righty. We've got my list here as I mark people off. Gemma, I need to know if you're still in the room. Super chats, you did so there's a difference between a super sticker and a super chat. Okay. Super stickers are kind of donations to the channel. And they're a lot cheaper. But if you make a mistake and you do a donation and you want a question answered, like Marby, you generally go and do a super chat, not a super sticker, but that's okay. It can be confusing. So if you have a question, it's $5, minimum $5 for a question. Okay, guys. Marby, do you have a question for me? I didn't see a question here. If you've got a question for us, can you post it, please? Okay. Okay. Gemma says we'll do chat next time. Gemma, we're gonna go back to you anyway. I just wanted to clear that up. Okay. She's a very good client of mine and a good friend. So she's wanting to say, have I already applied to the new job? How close am I? So she's out there. Obviously, she's putting out resumes for jobs and wants to know
how close to the new job. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So stay with us, Gemma. Okay. We're going to do this. Hopefully it should be right at the bottom here. You should see at the bottom of the page, you'll see the $sign, and you just click on that $sign. Okay. To make your super chat donation.
So, Gemma, first card, Queen of Pencils, Queen of Swords. This could be you. Now, these queens are all authority figures in the deck. They've learned all their lessons. And this queen is very clear thinking, very straight to the point, very direct to the point of bluntness, but clear. Absolutely clear thinking. She knows exactly what she would like. She knows exactly what she doesn't like, and has no hesitation in getting rid of anything that isn't working, isn't suiting her well. She's no hesitation. That goes out so she can welcome in the new. So a real look at, is this working? Is this not working? What do I enjoy? What do I not enjoy? What would I like to do? And a real decision on which way forward, because we've got the 7 of Pencils next. And this is about you leaving behind the old ways. And your 2 little signposts there, one says your needs and one says your plans. So very much moving in a new direction. You choosing those are the 2 options that she's got. So this is you moving forward with something that really suits you down to the ground, and perhaps leaving behind anything that you're not really enjoying anymore. So we could have a slight change in direction here, a slight movement towards something else. We've got the Four of Pencils next. This is a card of rest, relaxing, taking time out. So you've put, how close am I? I don't see this happening immediately because I think there's going to be a little change of plan and a slight change of direction. And I think you're going to decide, right, this is exactly what I would like to do. Because this Four of Pencils is a card of reflection, resting, taking time out, stepping back, looking at the situation from a broader perspective, just taking your time. Now, that really can pay off. And sometimes we feel like things aren't happening fast enough, or that nothing's happening because we're taking time out. Well, actually, that's where your best ideas come, honestly. Sometimes, rather than trying to work it all out, sometimes if you just go out for a walk when you're halfway home, that's when your answer comes, because you've stopped trying to work it all out. In that time of rest, that's where the inspiration comes. And it will, because finishing off, we've got the Page of Wands, the bringer of messages. This Page of Wands is the bringer of good news, new opportunities, new ideas, new information. Here she is, look, she's jumping up and down. She's got juggling all these envelopes, catching them all. Because the Wands is exciting, it's action orientated. This is when things start to happen. And this is little Page of Wands that brings in new ideas, new opportunities, things that you've been manifesting, new creative projects, and very often good news. So know that it's on its way, but I do think you might need to have a little slight change in direction, a look at things that are going to suit you better, different plans. So think it through. And I do think this Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Pencils, is going to really bring the clarity that you have been waiting for. And once you get that, look at this little page bringing in this news for you. So Gemma, I wish you every success with that. And don't worry if it's not right now, because this could be coming shortly. But I think there's got to be a little deviation, a slight change of track before you get there.
Yeah, I agree, because starting off, she's got the Page of Swords, and that's delays. You're going to hear some news, but, you've done everything you can do. But we know that this Page of Swords is a card of delays, okay? Giving you time to process, reevaluate what it is you want to do. You've got the Judgment card, and that's about reevaluation, making a judgment call, moving in a new direction, maybe shifting gears, thinking about something different when it comes to your job. You might be applying to things that may, you might be considering something totally different than what you've been doing. There's going to be big change, because we started off with the Page of Swords, a delay, and then you get the Knight of Swords in the center position, which is, wow, speed picks up. You want to charge towards something new here and get things going. This is big change, new opportunities, and you're going to want to just jump on it and seize the moment. So jumping in, this is all about arrival and departures when we get this particular night. Now, the Emperor is you sitting in the seat of power, okay? Being logical and organized, always, being articulate, creative, and accurate, which is good. He's in the seat of power because that's what he does. He doesn't go charging in too quickly. He thinks about his moves, and he evaluates everything. You're very disciplined, and, when you get this card, okay? Now, the end comes out beautiful because you have the best card in the deck, and that's the Sun. This is like rebirth, something brand new, going towards your goals, but something very different could be coming into play for you, Gemma. It's a card of freedom and positivity and success. And you know that at the end of the day, that is a very, very good card. Okay. So are you getting close? Like Anne said, it starts off on a slow move. You make a judgment call, and I think you shift where it is you want to go, and maybe change something about your job or what you've chosen. And then you see things pick up, and you get an offer, and you go after it. And it might even be a better position where you have more control of being in charge of what you do, not being told what to do. And happiness. Wow. So Gemma, thank you so much Okay, so she said, so it sounds like I haven't applied to my job yet. No. Will the job come through friends referral or applying independently online via job boards? And nothing that came up in my card said she'd meet it through somebody else.
No.
No. And I don't, your cards.
I would have expected something like the 2 of Wands.
Yeah.
Coming up for that.
Yeah. So it'll probably be via the job boards that you've been doing all along. And no, you haven't applied to this yet, because I think you're going to make a shift and it's going to be something totally unrelated to what you normally might have been doing. Okay. So that's what I saw. And Anne's was very similar. I know that's what the cards told us. So thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you so much for your kindness and understanding. I prefer to get it on my own. Yeah, you will. Okay. Thank you, Gemma. Okay, so our next one is Marby. Oh, where is she? Down here. General. Okay, so Marby paid for reading and she wants general. Thank you. Okay, so Anne's doing the countdown. It's 2:45. She's going to be leaving just before 3 o'clock. Alrighty, so I hope everybody's doing well. It's a hot one here. I think it's hot around the world. People are experiencing a really weird heat wave in areas they shouldn't be, but they are. And you guys haven't had much rain lately either, eh?
No, I just caught myself. I did have a little peep out the window just then when you were reading, because I can hear something.
Yeah.
And it's actually raining.
Oh,
we haven't had rain. We're in a drought area now,
and you need it. I heard the grass is kind of brown.
We haven't had rain for weeks. And
yeah.
you know what you're thinking? What is that noise? And it's the rain.
Yeah, that's great.
And you know, Brenda, in March when we had every day raining for the consecutive how many days? You know.
I know.
Who can write this?
And you wished it would go away. Now you're praying for rain and you're getting it. So that's good. I'm glad you're getting rain. You need it. I know other people that I know in Britain have said the same thing. The grass is looking brown. They're having to go out and manually water their plants. And it's hot and they don't like the heat. And I'm thinking, wow.
And it's June. I mean, we would expect that in August.
Yeah,
true. Not in June. So, Marby, I have pulled some cards for you. And out of the 6 cards, you've got 2 Queen cards and a High Priestess. So lots of people showing up for you. So a general reading starts off with the Queen of Wands. This Queen, an authority figure in the deck, is confident. She knows her worth. Her motto in life is, yes, I can. And actually, yes, I can. You just watch me. It's that level of confidence. She can manifest whatever she needs whenever she needs it, just like that, because she's learned how to do that. So we're starting off with this lovely, confident, self-assured energy. Your help, the High Priestess shows up and says, just with the confidence of the Queen of Wands, this is lovely, can be a little bit impulsive. This lovely High Priestess says, just do your homework. She's reading a book, look. She's reading a book saying, take your time, think it through, just have that measured approach rather than an impulsive, rushed approach. Find out all your information, do your homework. We've got the Queen of Teacups, Queen of Cups next. What do you need to focus on? First of all, self-care for you, because this Queen brings in 2 messages. The second message is this Queen absolutely personifies compassion, kindness, love, humility, humanity, very often in a role where she's helping other people. So this could be something that you're focusing on. You would find this energy very much in a volunteering role, a non-profit organization, some sort of work or role where you're helping other people to feel better. How can you help yourself? Ace of Teacups, the start of something. This is lovely. The start of loveliness. This is how I would describe this card in a sentence. So this happiness, joy, fulfillment. Sometimes it can mean a new home, but generally this is the start of you feeling so much happier, so much more positive and fulfilled. We've got the victory card right after that, which is literally what it says on the card. Success coming in, victory, success. Here you are, they're waving the flags. Look, it's all working out beautifully. And your outcome, 8 of Teacups. So this could be you at the moment, poised at the edge, wondering what to do. There's the success flag. And the answer to that question is hop onto the first stepping stone. Do it a step at a time. Don't be in too much of a rush to do everything in a giant leap. One step at a time. Consistent steps will get you moving forward just as well and just as quickly. So we've got the Queen of Wands with all this lovely confidence, you doing your homework a little bit, perhaps working in a role where you are helping other people. That's definitely coming through. Something new that's going to make you really happy. You being extremely successful at it with the victory card and going after. I think it could even be you actually saying, I'm trying something new. I'm moving in a new direction. You're going to do it really well, step by step. Don't rush. Don't be rushed with this impulsive energy of the Queen of Wands. But know that the confidence and the self-belief within that card are there to help you. So absolutely lovely. Step by step to success, if I had to put that
Beautiful.
on film. Yeah.
Great reading. Marby, you might be feeling things are going slow right now. You're the hangman. You're sitting in limbo, waiting to get out of this pause state of action. You could be a little bit bored right now, wondering what your next move is. This is the card that says, you know, you could be feeling a little bit trapped. You don't know which way to go. But look at things from a broader, wider perspective. This person's hanging upside down. If we tip ourselves upside down, we'd be looking at the ceiling. Things would look different, right? So this is the meaning of this card. Look at things from a wider, broader perspective. Take a different outlook on things, but don't change who you are. Just look at things differently right now. This is a temporary pause in action. You've had an ongoing battle. You feel sort of weary, fatigue from, you know, whether it's an emotional battle that you've been going through. This is a card that says, you know, you are resilient. You keep standing up for yourself. Don't back down. This card says you've created something and you need to stand your ground with it. You've got the Ace of Swords, the truth, having clarity, that aha moment. You go, wow, now I see the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I see the story the way it's meant to be. And this is a card that says you will be able to move forward. Things that might have been kind of muddled and not clear, they're going to clear up for you. This is complete clarity, but it's also aces are beginnings of new things. And this is about you making plans to go into it, to do something new. Okay, a new idea, new plans. Now, the next card you've got is the Five of Coins. Five of Coins is that card of, you know, struggle and, you know, challenges. But I always say this, it is a challenge, but you can find the resources to resolve these challenges. And it's saying, don't sit there and take on these burdens all by yourself, or withdraw or isolate yourself. Be open to go and find the solutions that you need to get you out of a bind. If it's financial, you go to your bank, you go to your payroll, you go to your boss, you go to whatever, your accountant, to find out. If it's a personal issue, find that person you can trust and lean into for a soft landing and a listening ear. So don't be afraid to move and ask. Don't be too proud to ask for help if there's something you need to know or you need. At the end of the day, you'll get it, because you've got the best card in the deck, the Sun, rebirth, moving forward, brand new beginning. And this is a card that I always say all over well-being, physical, spiritual, mental, and a beautiful, healthy card here. Positivity, yeah, and seeing success coming in. So Marby, things are going to clear up for you. Don't back down. Don't doubt your motives. Okay, be strong. You're very resilient. Thank you so much, Marby. Hi, Fatima.
90 degrees in Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Wow.
Texas is super hot. And Tammy said too, it was very hot in Tennessee as well. So they're south, right? So they're going to feel that heat. All righty. So hopeful. Thank you. You found the super chat button. Thank you so much, my friend. You're new to me. All right. Please follow Anne's channel and my channel. And please subscribe. So many people watch us and only half of you guys subscribe. So please do it.
And it's free to do that. I always say that because it sometimes suggests that there's a fee attached to that with a subscription, and it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah. And what it does is it generates that little algorithm to send traffic to our channel. Okay. She says, I'm a 51-year-old Aries, being in or for almost 30 years as a surgical technician. Will I be successful working from home as a technical writer, health consultant, anything to get me off my feet? She wants to read tarot too. So, hey, I used to teach tarot. I'm too busy to teach it now. But yeah, definitely. There's hopeful. There's all kinds of cheat sheets out there to get you going. When I started 10 years ago, I knew nothing about tarot because I was an intuitive reader and I read professional readers. And they said, you need to be out here. And I said, oh, no, I can't read strangers. They said, you're reading professional readers. So I had to learn tarot so people could see something tangible. And I would have all these cheat sheets on my large screen and so that I could memorize what these suits meant. And I learned it very quickly after that. And of course, there's no cheat sheets now, of course, after 10 years, but don't be afraid to do it. It's beautiful. And it probably will come natural to you because I was 10 years older than you and I had to learn. So anyway, Aries. I love my Aries. Aries are my biggest followers. Please go 2 weeks ago there. You'll see there's a video there that says jackpot on it. Look at it. When I lay down, and I didn't know this happened, it took a viewer to say, Brenda, go back and look at your Aries. Your page of pentacles lifts up off the page. So spirit was with me and levitated that page right off. And Anne will tell you, she saw it. Everybody has looked it up. So spirits around me all the time. I'm a medium. They knock on my closet door. They're around me all the time. For some reason, it had to do with money. So money may be on your mind right now, hopeful. Okay. They send me messages like that. Go back and look at that, Aries, guys. It's really interesting. Hi, Gerald. Welcome. You found me yesterday. Well, welcome, hopeful.
So, hopeful, thank you for coming into the room. What a pleasure to read for you. So, will you be successful working from home? So, your first card, 9 of Coins, is about success. It's you reaping the rewards of your hard work. It's very much a card of taking some time out, treating yourself to a little something lovely as a result of the work you've been doing. Here she is, look, taking some time out and enjoying the results of a hard work. And although it's lovely to work hard, we need to balance that with a little bit of rest and a little bit of relaxation. The Emperor shows up next in your help part of the reading. Now, the Emperor is a senior figure in the tarot, very organized. At a moment's notice, this Emperor is ready to go because everything is in place, everything is organized, plans are made, step-by-step plans. So this is you stepping up and making detailed plans, getting organized, getting sorted. So at a moment's notice, everything is at your fingertips. Everything is ready. We've then got, as part of your focus part of the reading, the Empress. So we've got the Emperor and the Empress, divine counterparts. Again, this is a loud card. It's a major arcana card. This Empress says, get busy, start doing something. Here she is. Look, she's got her sleeves rolled up. She's got her apron on. She's getting busy on those new plans and these new ideas. So these are the things that you're thinking about at the moment. And this card says focus on doing something about it. Get busy. Take those action steps. How can you help yourself? Page of Teacups. The page is bringing a message. This little page of Teacups is lovely. She brings in messages of appreciation, of help, of love, of support. So this could be somebody coming in, not just saying, thank you very much, I really appreciate you, which is lovely. This little page sometimes brings in practical support, help for you, and some information. We've then got the High Priestess, another major arcana card. You've got 4 out of 6. This is strong energy. This is in the guidance from spirit part of your reading. And this lovely High Priestess says, do your homework, do your research, take your time, think it through, gather all your information together. So this is going to be a movement forward that is well thought out, well organized, well planned, and really well researched. This High Priestess takes her time to do the homework so she knows exactly what the next steps are. The Moon card is the outcome, another major arcana card. And this says, trust your intuition, go within, ask yourself, is this what I would really like to do? If it's something that makes you feel really enthusiastic and excited, that's a really good sign. If it's not so sure, do your homework, because this can sometimes suggest that there is some information coming to light that will help you, that you don't know yet. So the High Priestess card says, do your homework and find out. There's just something coming through. Organization, yes, getting ready, getting busy. There's something else that you need to find out first, and you will, because I pulled an extra card, and that was the 4 of Wands to finish off. This is stability. It's a reason to celebrate. It's good news. It's you being appreciated, being recognized. And it's absolutely lovely energy. But before you get to that bit and make the move, organization, action steps, plan really diligently, and action plans, to-do lists. Ask for any help. This page of Teacups bringing in help, support for you. And just make sure that you've got all your information, because I think there's a little bit of some information that you need before you start. Do I see you being successful? Yes, but do get everything organized precisely before you do. So hopeful. I really hope that resonates with you. I hope it's helpful for you. Thank you.
Okay, you got to go, Anne. It's 3 o'clock.
I've got to go. Gotta go. See you next week, Brenda. I'll talk to you in the week. Lots of love, everybody.
Take care.
See you soon.
Okay, next week. Okay, guys, it's me. Anne's got to go and watch her mother, who is a celebrity on television, and she's 95 years old, and she's doing this documentary in the town she was raised in. So you got to love her mother, 95 years old. She doesn't want to miss the series. Okay, hopeful. Yeah, I can imagine you're tired of doing surgery for 30 years, but it's a great job, and very noble of you to take that on. Not everybody can do that, but you get to a point in life where you want to slow down. And I think, somebody's in your end of the ring. I think this King of Cups is somebody that's coming in. They're going to give you some wise counsel. Been there, done it. They have the mettle to prove it, and they're there to support you without any expectation. So there could be a friend or somebody very close to you that is going to be there to support this with you. They bring, the Knight of Cups is somebody who brings an offer to you, to the table, that you're going to love. So it could be this king that comes in to give you counsel. And then you get this knight that comes in and says, hey, you know what? I've been there, done it, and I can give you some help with this. So, this is an offer that comes in, an invitation for something for you to do that you might really like. Here it is, the ace. The ace is something that you're going to love doing, right? It's a beginning of finally doing something that you love. Now, because this is to do with your work and not because of a romantic interlude, because this often means new love, new romance, all of these 3 cards could refer to that, but we're talking about business with you. That was your question. So there's going to be a new beginning, and it's going to create new relationships with new clients, with new people, with a new business that you're going to be doing. Okay. And you're going to love it. Now, you've got the King of Swords. I want you to be careful, especially and that's why I said to you, are you going to be doing this at home as a private business? Make sure you've got your insurance. Make sure you've got all the legal documents there. Make sure you have your disclaimers. Make sure you have all of those things there in place before you actually open up your website and you get out there. You need to have that protection, they're telling me. Okay, so do that. And at the end of the day, hopeful, you've got the 9 of Cups, and that's wishes fulfilled. So this is a really good thing for you to do. I think that you're going to be doing your research. You're going to be making sure everything's above board. You may even be talking to people who you know close to you that are supporting you, and they may have been there and done the same thing, where you could be getting referrals too from people that you know that care about you and want to see you get this off the ground. So thank you so much, hopeful. You don't have much emotional support. Well, you know what? You're going to be fine. You may be surprised who comes in. Oh, we got another one. Anna, all love. I got to put you down, sweetheart. Anna, all love. I like your name. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, hopeful. And I'm so glad that you found me yesterday. I hope you follow. Please subscribe to the channel. It's free. And what happens is you'll get notified every time I do come out live or any of my videos are being out there. And Anne, go check out Anne. She's an amazing woman, as you just saw. Please check her out as well. Okay, so our next one here is my good friend, Gerald. Trend Zone, you want a general reading? Let's see what we have here for you. Okay. All right, let's see what we have. Thank you very much, hopeful. Okay, I'm getting insurance and protection. Thank you. I love the red glasses. Okay. Thanks. I know. I was in the beauty business for 45 years. So I'm not afraid to do something different. You too, Elaine. Sleep well, my friend. I know over in Europe, you're 6 hours ahead of me. So take care. We'll be talking soon. Sending you lots of love. Okay, so I was getting some sun and forgot that you ladies are on early. Yeah, because her mother's on television and she wants to catch the show. So yeah. All righty. Gerald, let's see what you are. My big guy from Chicago. Let's see what there is here for you right now. It's pretty darn hot here. We're almost 90 degrees here where I am, and it's like 100% humidity. You can cut it with a knife. Thank the Lord for air conditioning. We would be sweltering. So it's nice and cool in here. All right, let's see what we've got. All righty. Okay, so if things have been kind of slow, things are going to pick up. Okay, you're going to be a lot busier. I know you're retired and you do things in your own speed, but you might be getting some invitations. You might just want to get yourself out there and be busy. The weather's warm, I know, but it's a good time to get out. Okay, make those plans. Something's going to come in fast for you. Hi, Damara, sweetheart. You may be 95 there in Chicago. Yeah, I believe it. I think you're going to see momentum pick up. You're going to take action. You're going to want to get out there. It's also the wands of Cupid, and it's also they're flying. You could be planning a trip somewhere by airplane. The King of Wands, staying determined, not letting anything distract you. I know you've been working with a minor legal thing going on in your personal life. You know what? Stand your ground. Stay determined. You're in charge. Okay, I've told you this before. Be decisive. Don't back down on that. You're standing up for your beliefs. There you go. Okay, in the challenge position. You're not backing down. You could be getting tired of this going on so long, but don't back down. Stand your ground. You got nothing but time on your hands to do this and prove your point, because you know what? You're fighting for your corner and to secure it and defend it. The High Priestess, this is about finding out all the information in the background that you need to defend yourself, okay? She sits there cool, calm, and collected with the Akashic Records and the Book of Knowledge on her lap because she did her homework. She investigated. If it doesn't look good, start finding out why. Find out some dirt on them, my friend. Coming in next, you've got the Page of Swords. Something's going to take time. I think this particular case you're dealing with is going to take time. It's not going to come up ASAP. The thing here is things are moving slow all over the world, and your case will come up when it comes up. Okay, but stand there and defend your corner, and don't back down. Okay, unless they come in and they back down with a deal you can't refuse, then I wouldn't. Okay, Damara, how are you? Hi, Stephanie. So I want to put her name down. Yes, we're going out an hour earlier now, Damara, because of Rosalie. Rosalie, welcome, Rosalie. I'm seeing a lot of new people here today, which is lovely. All right, Rosalie Lewis. Okay, beautiful. All right, so Trend Zone, I think you were the last one with a paid question. Oh, no, you're not. We've got Anna All Love. Thank you, Anna All Love. Go, hopeful Trend Zone. We got to go up here. Lucky Sprite's ahead of you. I don't want to make a mistake. Lucky Sprite. Hi, sweetheart. You're next. Okay. Will I get good news about my interview later this week? Okay. So you did get the interview. You dropped us a little note to say that you did get the interview, which looks good. Let's see what the cards say. Okay. You're welcome, Gerald. Stay cool, my friend. Hope you got AC. Oh, Anne's channel is called Anne Ellis, ELLIS, Angels. Anne Ellis Angels. Okay. Where are we here? Okay. So just a sec, guys. Okay, so she's Anne Ellis Angels on YouTube here. Okay, thank you, Hopeful, for asking. Please go see her. She's amazing. And yeah, and those decks she's using, she has created those decks. She sells those decks. You can buy them online as well and virtually on your phone. They're beautiful, her decks. Okay, let's see what we've got here. All right, news about your interview, Lucky Sprite. How's things in the Philippines? You said it was raining there. This could be, it's summer, isn't it? You're probably your rainy season, isn't it? You really want to start working. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Lucky Sprite. She hear news about her here. Right. Okay. Okay, so we got an extra card too, and I'm going to pull that at the end. Okay, it flew out of the deck, and I always take what Spirit throws out at me so as a card you need to see. Okay, so right now things are going slow. You got the Hangman. You're waiting. It's a temporary pause in action. I would keep. I know you put out this interview or you had this interview, but I want you to be proactive and make sure you're still sending out resumes to different companies as well. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. It's very competitive out there in our world, and you need to be proactive. But it's just a slow period right now. Okay. Again, the Page of Swords is hearing news that gets you creative juices flowing, which might have caused this interview, but there may be a delay here waiting for them. Waiting to hear back from them. So don't get uptight if you don't hear right away, but it's slow. Good news is going to come in though about money, because again, you have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is that card, Lucky Sprite, whereby you're trying to generate this money by applying for these jobs. And you might even be wanting to take an online course or an extra form of study to add to your resume. But this is the card that says you're going to hear good news about finances. Okay. It's going to be good news when it comes to a new beginning for you and an opportunity to increase your income. Now, the Knight of Wands comes in, and the Knight of Wands is fast-moving action. So this pause of action here with the Hangman is going to slow down, and with the Ace of Swords. So I do think that things will pick up here. Be careful what you sign for. Okay, you may see an offer coming in, and be careful that you read between the lines, with this. But I'm going to tell you something. With this Page of Pentacles, this is a new job. Okay, this is a new job coming in. So there's a good possibility you're going to get that new job. Now, the Queen of Cups says you're going to love it. Queen of Cups is taking care of business for yourself, nurturing your own needs. Make sure you're taking care of what it is you want that's going to make you happy. You're always out there giving, and doing for everybody else, but it's time for you to find this job or do something that makes you happy, okay, makes you feel good. Now, that extra card that flew out, my darling, you got the Wheel of Fortune. So I think that you will get a job. You will get, and you may hear later this week. But I do see a job coming in. I do see a new job that will bring you more money. I think, it's slow right now, but things will pick up. And this is going to be a job that you love. Okay. Lucky Sprite. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Hopeful. Okay. All righty. So our next one is after Lucky Sprite is Anna. Okay, Anna, you're ready now. Okay, I'm ready to do you now. Okay. Good afternoon. I am an Aries and recently bought a home. I am trying to get a job I really need, and I have been offered a job and I am in the process. Will I be successful in this job process and start working here on time? Okay, let's see what these cards come up with. Guides and spirit. What does she need to see, know, and expect here? Anna, all love. Okay, let's see what we've got. All righty. Will this video stay up? Yes, this will be under my live. So if you go to my, if you go to my channel and you click on my videos, or you click on live, you will see Anne and I out here doing live, and you'll see the date. This will be out here. Yes, and they're all under my lives, okay, in my playlist. So when I do these, I don't remove them. They stay out here. Okay, so you can go back and listen to it. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Anna, all love. Let's see what we've got. How's things for you, Damara? Pretty hot in New York City, I bet, eh? Everybody's in a heat wave right now. Welcome, Kiva Lyons. Nice to see you. All right, let's see what we got. Anna, all. So I will be shutting the room down, guys, at 3:30. That'll be an hour and a half out here. Anne was with me the first hour, but she had to leave. So I will be out here till 3:30, okay? So any questions that you need to get in and book them now. Hey, Erica, nice to see you, sweetheart, again. All right, let's see what we have here. We need one more spirit, one more for Anna Love. She needs to see, know, and all right, thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, so you've kind of been in overload here, Anna. You bought a home, you're busy there, you're trying to get a job, you've really pushed yourself hard. The 10 of Wands says that, you're almost overwhelmed with everything that you've had to do up to this point, all the stress and all the responsibilities that you've had to do. It was almost like drudgery. However, you make it, okay? Everything gets done. You get everything done. Thank you, Erica. You get everything done, but try not to overburden yourself. You're really pushing yourself right now. You've got a lot on your plate. You're at a crossroads too here with the Two of Swords, either with somebody or a decision you have to make in your mind, and you really don't feel comfortable with making this decision. But you're at a stalemate. You're calling it a truce. You're sitting on the fence. Don't procrastinate. This is something that you may have to make a decision about. So whatever it is, think about it, be mindful about it, and pick what's going to benefit you to your greater good. The Lovers comes in. The Lovers is that card of making wise and mindful choices and decisions around on an emotional level that's important to you. But also there could be somebody else involved in this decision and choice you're going to have to make. I think that, if you take your time, you'll be able to do it, but it's major choices that you're making here. Okay. This could also be about somebody in your life on a personal or romantic level. Coming in next, call a truce. My gosh, there's an awful lot here going on for you. Okay, so Call a truce. Take your time out. You could be losing sleep. You could be worried about things. Worry never helped a certain anything. And this is about you stepping back. Don't make any snap decisions or sign any documents in a big hurry. This is about you finally calling a truce and taking your time, doing things in moderation. Let go of that anxiety and stress. Okay. Even if you just want to regroup what it is you really want to do, and maybe do some more meditative work to bring you to that space. Okay, we know what that's like. Okay, all right. So the Page of Wands is good news. Something exciting. You may get that offer. Okay, will you be successful in this job? I think you will be. It's in the process. I know you've been offered the job. I think you're going to find that this will be lucrative and you'll be fine. It's a good partnership here as well with the lovers. I see this as a good partnership with this job. You may get along very well with the person who hired you, your boss, or somebody that you may be working close by with. This is a really good card. You being enthusiastic, and you're going to like this job. Okay. You've had a tough go of it to this point, though. Wow. It's time for you to slow down and catch your breath, Anna love. It's makes me lose my breath. Okay, all righty. Let's go on to down. Sorry, guys. Erica. Erica wants a general. Nice to see you again, Erica. You're always leaving beautiful comments on my videos, and I try to acknowledge every one of them. And everybody who leaves a comment, please know that I do get notified of them, and I try to at least give you some acknowledgement, even if it's a heart and a like. Okay? It's okay. Yay. Yes. Yay. All right. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Erica. All right. 10 minutes in the room will be shut down, guys. So if you have any more questions, get them in now, because the chat room will be closing down. And remember, I'll be here again next Sunday with Anne Ellis Angels at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do what we do here, and that is give you guys messages. Okay? All righty. Love to take note. All right. Aries are workaholics, but you're very articulate, accurate, and creative. It's important to you. Your job's important to you. You're very loyal to your job. Yeah, Aries. Wow. Aries make good lawyers too. Stand in your truth and your integrity. I have some that are clients that are lawyers that are Aries. Okay, let's see what we got here. For Erica. One more, please, Spirit. One more. Thank you. All right. They gave me an extra one. Okay. Okay, Erica. You've kind of had an ongoing battle, either with yourself or somebody else, standing your ground, making your demands known, but you're resilient. You're going to bounce back. Somebody has upset you or upset the apple cart, a great disappointment. This can be betrayal, heartbreak, sadness of some sort, a breakup of some sort. Somebody walking away, or you walking away from someone, but you're healing through it. Okay. It wasn't a good idea to be in this circle of energy. This is a devil. This is toxic energy. This is about you. This is addiction. Okay. When we get this card, depression, all those wonderful energies. Ha ha. This is about you making wise and mindful, healthier choices, Erica, with who you keep company with. And also, doing things that are right for you. Okay. You're healing through a disappointment here. And it's been very hard for you. It's been a constant fight, struggle. Now, coming in next, you do have the partnership card, the love card, the Two of Cups. Communicating is very important. You could be meeting somebody new, or just getting along with somebody, either as a friendship that comes in, somebody wants to make a friendship grow to a different level, or maybe just platonic, where somebody says, hey, we get along good. Let's share as much as we can together in a friendship. But this is good partnership in love, compatibility, and or in business. You're working hard, though. Okay, your job, your career. This is about you possibly learning something new. You could be learning a new form of study, taking something. to put on your resume to elevate you up that next tax bracket of success. Or if you may be just learning something new that's going to benefit you in the future with your job and your career. Leap of faith. Don't be afraid to go after something new, Erica. Okay. Get your ducks in a row. Plan your move. This is a card that I always say, don't jump off that cliff till you check your parachute, right? Being prepared is very important. But you may have been thinking about wanting to step out there and do something you haven't done in a while. And it's been almost like a dream. For some reason, you thought you couldn't do it, but now you're ready. This is the beginning of your journey, my beautiful friend. Okay, Erica, I hope that makes sense for you, sweetheart. It was a very different reading, wasn't it, than I normally give you? But I have to go with what Spirit sends me and those cards. So thank you so much, Erica. Lots of love to you. Okay, guys. All right. So we're going to do, if you're still here, I want to do Damara and I want to do Tammy Bambi. Tammy, are you here, sweetheart? If you're here, step forward, please. I'll give you a couple of cards. You're my monitor. I always like to give you cards. And so, yeah. All right. So, Tammy, if you're here, sweetie, step forward. And Damara's here. I want to give you, Damara, a card too. I know I've got 11 people in my room, but I'm shutting down soon. Okay, Tammy. Your card here, and I'm going to pick, guys, I'm going to pick messages from the universe, my oracle deck, and see what we have here for you. Okay. Okay, Spirit, for Tammy. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. Tammy, things are going to be turned in your favor. People that were against you all of a sudden will be for you. Ideas, creativity, promotion contracts are going to come into your hands. So anything that you've applied for, that you wanted, or you've been advocating for yourself, you're going to see that it'll come out in your favor, okay? And people that you might not have thought were in your end of the ring supporting you, they're going to step up, and they will be. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. I knew who you meant, Erica. Okay, so that was Tammy. Real Country Woman, if you're here, step forward. In the meantime, I'm going to jump and do my beautiful Damara. Okay, Damara's in my room every single week. She's like a monitor. She is. All right, Damara, what have we got for you? Damara, you've got, in your journey, there will be times when you feel lost, confused, lonely, and angry. These are times of transition. You won't feel those emotions forever. You're transitioning to a better, stronger version of yourself. Shed away those unneeded layers and keep growing. Well, that sounds like what you're going through, doesn't it? You're constantly evolving. Okay, all righty. Let's see who we got here left. Marby's had a reading. Righty. Tracy's had a reading. Lucky Sprite's had a reading. Tamara's done. Okay, so guys, whoever's in my room here, I will be shutting down soon. Okay. Let's see. Damara, we just did you. So Real Country Woman, if you're still here, you were in the room right away. Sean G, Stephanie, Wanda Pierce, Fatima, Tony Snyman, and Rosalie Lewis. If any of you guys are here right now, please step forward and say you're here. There you are, Fatima. Okay, Fatima, here's your card, sweetheart. Thank you for being in my room. Stephanie, thank you, Stephanie. Okay, Fatima. Bigger and better experiences are coming your way. You may not be able to see it, but great things are coming together for you as you read this. Trust the process and let it unfold in divine timing. Move forward knowing that all is working out just fine. Wow, that's pretty darn good, Fatima. Whatever you're working on, it's going to work out. Ah, you have a criminal justice degree. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have lots of clients that are lawyers. Aries. You guys are super. Okay. So, Stephanie, you will soon be surprised and grateful for how everything happened the way it did for you and to receive better and greater. It's all adding up in your favor. Trust the process and how things are unfolding for you. Stephanie, awesome. Love it. Okay. Stephanie's done. Fatima's done. Okay, step forward, guys. If you're still here and you have not had either a reading or a card from me, I will give you one before I shut down, okay? Before I close the chat room for today. All right. I've been getting that message a lot. Okay, wow. Okay, Stephanie, you're welcome. Okay, so I'm looking for Sean G, Real Country Woman, Wanda Pierce, Tony Snyman, Rosalie Lewis. Are you here? If not, we'll just be sitting here and we're going to chat. And I'm okay with that. I'm open for that. Yeah, so guys, it's always great. You guys always come in and you support me. We're down to 5 people now. So I truly am grateful. If you are new to me, please go check out my channel and Anne Ellis Angels as well. It's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost a penny. The beautiful thing about that is you get to see and you get notified when we go live like this or when any of our videos are out, because I'm pushing out a minimum of 19 videos a week. So you'll be able to see what videos are going out there. I do Pisces I do the Pisces daily vibe. I do finance. I do private ones for my members, and I do the 12 zodiac signs every week. So I'm busy out there, so you can pick and choose what you want to watch. But anyway, I have to tell you, hopeful, as I said, Aries has been my #1 supporter. It's just I think 2 weeks ago with that video, I've already got over 11,000 views on that one video. So it's just incredible. And I want to thank all of you beautiful signs and souls of the zodiac. It used to be Pisces like me out there. I'm a Pisces, and now things have shifted and I'm getting more and more people following me. And I am truly grateful and blessed for that. So on that note, my beautiful, let's take ourselves to center. Beautiful signs and souls of the zodiac. I will be back again with Anne at 2 p.m. next Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. God willing that we can do this and we're able and nothing steps in our way to stop us. And so on that note, stay cool. Okay. It's really hot out there where we are, and stay hydrated. So see you guys later. And I send you lots of love and many blessings. Take care, everybody.